Hi Mortgage Heroes, Andy Cruz here in Business Development, and this is Monday Mortgage Minute. Welcome back to a new week, and bam, just like that, we're also in a new month. Now, last week we told you that it was going to be a really big week of economic data, and boy, did it deliver. New home sales came out, down. Existing home sales came out, down. Mortgage applications for purchases and refinances, down. Fed funds rate came out on Wednesday, up 75 basis points. GDP, down, but we're not in a recession. And PCE, up, but not alarming because wage growth is up too. But is the wage growth keeping up with the inflation? No. So what do we make of all this? Well, first, there's a clear effort being made to make any semblance of good news out of this, but on the surface, you have to admit it's kind of looking a little bit weak. Second, mortgage rates immediately went down. Yeah, they went down, and it doesn't make sense at first glance, but then you have to remember, we've said that at some point the Fed will have to eventually cut rates again, which will keep money cheap and money flowing through the market, and it looks like everyone in the bond side of our world where mortgage money comes from is looking at that foretelling to be in 2023, maybe 2024, but it looks like everyone's leaning even more into 2023 as being that year that the Fed has to pump the brakes because they have slammed them on super hard so far in 2022. In anticipation of that, you saw mortgage rates go down Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of last week after the Fed came out and gave their announcement and their press conference. So yeah, we've been saying that for weeks here, and of course, over time we're gonna see if it plays out or not, but at least from what everyone's talking about in the bond market space, they're saying that the activity last week and the pricing coming down in buyer and refinancer favor was because there is the idea now that the Fed's gonna have to reverse course on what they're doing really aggressively right now. Now, if you were fortunate enough to lock your loan last week, this is the type of week that we're talking about here at Monday Mortgage Minute all the time. This is all the advocacy for being proactive, working quickly, getting everything into us as quickly as possible, but also keeping it updated throughout the process. This is why you do that. So when you hear Andy come on Monday Mortgage Minute and say, hey, be proactive so that on a day where the market is in your favor, you can take advantage of low rates. That was last week. That was Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of last week. Those are exactly the days that corroborate why I advocate for you guys to be so proactive when you're working with us. So when things are working in your favor, that's when you get to take advantage of all that hard work and effort you put up front. Remember, fortune favors the prepared. So this week, look for a little bit more of a muted impact when it comes to mortgage rates. There's not that much coming out. Remember, last week was just a ton of heavyweights and like day after day after day. So there's a lot of digestion of that happening, and even into this week a little bit too. So I think it's gonna be a little bit more muted when it comes to any rate volatility. There is only one threat to that, and that's gonna be at the end of the week when you get employment data coming out on Thursday and Friday. On Thursday, you're gonna get the unemployment number, and then on Friday, you're gonna get the non-farm payroll number, as well as the hourly wage growth number. And being that the hot employment market is being used as validity for the argument that we're not in a recession, this is gonna be an important week for that, and it's kind of the only thing that could cause volatility in mortgage rates because it's the most important thing coming out this week, but again, it's kind of underpinning this argument you're hearing about we're not in a recession because the employment numbers are so strong. Well, we're gonna see on Thursday and Friday if that continues to hold true. As always, please share this video with people you know, like, and trust. Remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're gonna be dropping a lot more videos between now and the end of 2022 because it is extremely pertinent right now that we are in touch regularly. You know what's going on. As you've witnessed in our newsletters, Memo and I are starting to do weekly videos talking about what's happening in the market, things you need to be aware of. And it's not even about mortgages necessarily. It's things we've seen from being in this industry for 16 years now on things that you can do as a consumer, as a homeowner, or as someone who's an aspiring buyer to put yourself in the best position to win in mortgage and real estate. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let us know how we can help you win in mortgage and real estate right now, and we'll see you again next week.